the music. Alexa, stop. Now, I know I play with the trolls a lot. I really do play with y'all a lot. But I have segments where I play with y'all. Then I have segments where I'm probably not going to play with y'all. Today is healing conversations, meaning that those can be topics that could be touchy for people and they could have lived through this and it could be serious. So you coming in here saying that I have a McDonald's face, I don't want to have to stop with what somebody needs to tell you that your mama have a McDonald's face. I don't want to stop to tell you that on this segment. But if I come back live today, I'll be willing to get with you. I promise you. Let's see, Sunday, I probably won't do that during a Bible chat. But if I come live later on to tomorrow, Monday, I'll let you have it, all of those days. But if you see a title saying it's a healing conversation, don't bring your ignorant ass over here talking crazy for no reason, okay? Like, sometimes it's serious things. That's for the trolls that like to drop in. Okay, let's, Alexa, continue on with the music. Oh, let me see. Google. Dang. Google Life. I don't know what you said because it translated. I hope you said something meaningful. Okay. Hey, Madelle. You, well, okay, good, Fatty. Good to see you over here. Sorry you got to see me show out, but I'd like to show out where other people show out. I don't believe in that. Like, for when I grew up, if I showed out, like, that's where I got it. And my kids, I did it. My grandkids, I did it. I guess I got to do it for the channel. Lord, you would think I would stop having to raise kids, but when they come into the chat, I guess I got to raise them too. They don't know how to act. Okay, let me see. Hey, Positive Motion, how you doing? Hey, get my chat. I'm in the ER? Oh my gosh. I hope you're doing okay. Man, prayer hands to you. Jokey said, or maybe just use normal punctuation. Lord have mercy, Jesus. These people right here. Hold on. Okay, let me see. Who else do we have in here? Betty. Hey, Betty. How you doing, Betty? Betty said, hey, Betty Brown, ATR. Yes, Conference Fair. Yep, I know you now when I see you. I know. I look for the brown at the end. Libby said, hey, Lucinda. Lucinda, thanks for the gold coin. I appreciate you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, what happened? Oh, computer, do not get started with that jumping. Let me tell y'all now that for the last couple of lives, it has been cutting off. Y'all know how it was doing that cutting off and I have to restart the live. I hope I don't have to do it today. Hopefully we'll be able to get through it. But just in case, if it cuts out, I'm coming live immediately. Like, give me 30 seconds to 45 seconds and I'll come back with a part 2. Okay? Okay, let me see. Where was I? Where did I end off at? All of those ignorant people jumping in and they just throw me off, y'all. I ended off at Lucinda's gold coin. Okay, there I am. Associate Minister said, it's Grandma's World. I can see and hear you clearly. No lag, no echo. I can hear the music clearly. No lag, no echo. Okay, good, good. Thanks for another gold coin, Lucinda. I appreciate you, girl. Thanks so much. Hey, Justice. Justice said, hey, Grandma in chat. Hey, Justice. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in, y'all. Oh, we're going to have a conversation today. Hey, MB. How you doing? Well, y'all in here, y'all are here, but I'll have the replayers coming in. And I just want to remind the replayers, this is the time for y'all to like and hype. Everybody else, go ahead and like the live. And if y'all can make sure that y'all are going in, like Monday resets, y'all. Monday resets. So I really need for y'all to use those hype points before they reset on Monday because you're going to get 3 more on Monday. So don't let your hype points go to waste. Please go to my lives that are up to 7 days ago. Only 7 days ago, it'll be eligible. Swipe left in the comment section and hype my lives, y'all. Don't let those... Why y'all gonna let YouTube just have the points when y'all can help me get pushed out in the algorithm? It's no reason to do that. So y'all do that for me, okay? Lucinda said, stay on your grind. These idiots... Wait, let me see. F these idiots. Our power is... Our power is out. I wanted to support. Thank you, Lucinda. Girl, you know, I do pay attention to them when I want to. It's just that they don't know how to stay in their place. They don't know how to stay in their place. They don't know how to look at the, you know how you read the room? They don't know how to read the room. They just come in here talking crazy because that's what they're about. And it's just like, whoa, do you have any sense? Any sense? Hey, Caddy. Lucinda said, hype, hype. Yes, y'all hype me up. Hey, Willie, how you doing, Willie? Is this your first time here? Let me know. If it's your first time, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you come back. Willie is making me think that you would be a male. You can't always go by a name. It's making me think you might be a male, so I hope you come right back every day. But on Mondays, we have the men's room, so I want to especially invite you to those nights, okay? Hey, Caitlin. Lucinda said, Storm just knocked out 70,000 people. Oh, 70,000? Man. So do you have power, Lucinda? Man. I don't know. Hopefully it'll come on. Soon y'all won't be without it too long. Um, I'm Willie. Okay. Okay. So yes, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. No one watching by flashlight. Lucinda. Oh my God, you have to use your car to charge your phone unless you got some other kind of portable charger. Man, I gotta keep my portable chargers charged up. I always only charge it if I'm going somewhere, but I really need to occasionally make sure my portable charger is charged in case of something like that. Man. Okay, y'all, we're about to talk about how people feel. Alexa, stop. About how people feel when we decide that we want to make a change. Because you know, people will try to make you feel like if you were a certain way, you have to stay that way. Or even if you weren't a certain way, if you were, you could have been great in your 25s and now you're in your 30s or your 20s and now you might be in your 30s and you're saying, oh, okay, I decided to go this way. And people sometimes will not understand that. They want to judge you for wanting to make a change. So that's what we're talking about today. Hey, Kisses Rig too. Thanks for coming in. Justin said, I have a portable charger too. I need to make sure. Yeah, man, we got to make sure it's charged because what's the point? We get them like, oh, we got to have them, but then we don't charge them. So it ain't going to do us no good. So we got to get them charged. I got to think about that when I get off of here. Charge that portable charger. We have a severe storm going on now. Man, we had a lot of rain. Well, not, yeah, we had a storm when I went to go get the kids on Friday. So it was like storming and thundering all day that day, but we're good now. Again, y'all, if this live cuts off for some reason, I'm coming right back. So I'm asking y'all to come right back. YouTube has a glitch. And when you go vertical, YouTube, it cuts out a lot. So we're going to hope we can get through it, okay? Let me see. Fanny said, Lucinda, how are you, queen? That's what Fanny said. Let me see. Kaden said, I had a kids. Hey, Charger, you made it. She said, get my 5. Hey, Charger. Let me see. Dark lovely Fanny said, kiss the ring. Hey, queen. Lucinda said, we must remember you can't. Oh, no, that's a social media. Lucinda said, yes, I'm going outside, but I wanted to comment. People judge me on my change, but they don't really love me anyways. Exactly. That's the thing. Lucinda, you have to do it like, I'm an action person. You can't, I always tell y'all that too. You can't tell me a lot of stuff. I'm going right past what you're saying. I'm only looking at your actions. Like you can be saying the sky is blue as it want to be. But if I don't look up and see the sky is blue, I'm probably listening to you with my ears and thinking, letting it go through one ear and out the next until I decide to take my eyes, look up and see that it's blue for myself. So yes, Lucinda, you know that you are making, everybody who is a part of your channel, they can definitely see you making changes. Now you are who you are. And even though you are who you are unapologetically, and that might be related to who you feel like you used to be. You let that come through whenever you feel like it. But ultimately, we definitely see the change you desire because we got to remember everybody don't want to change. And we got to respect the fact that everybody want to change. That's another thing I'm always telling people. Because when people change, they automatically feel like, okay, this is a good time for everybody to change. Like, the same thing I tell y'all all the time. Like, if I'm on a weight loss journey, I'm thinking like everybody should get on this. I get likes. I think everybody should get likes. So when we have something going on, that's very normal for us to start thinking we want everybody around us to make that same decision. But I just found over the years, just because it's something that I'm interested in does not mean it's something that somebody else is interested in doing. But they don't have to judge us if we want to make a change. That's where the problem comes in, is when you feel like you're going to judge me for my change because you don't want to change. That's you. But don't judge me when I'm trying to do it. That's the main thing about that. Okay, let me see. Associate Minister said, we must remember you can't change another person's eyes. You can only control what you present in front of them. Yes. What they choose to see is up to them. The question is, when you look into the mirror, yes, exactly. What do you see? What do you see? Exactly. Hey, Lawson. Okay, I know something. Okay, I'm gonna be good today. Lawson, did you subscribe to the channel? Oh, it's gonna take great restraint, y'all, but I'm gonna try. Lawson, did you ask subscribe to the channel? Let me know if you did. That's all I want to know from you, okay? So I know, Lucinda said, Fanny, I'm doing well. I miss you. She said she missed you, Fanny. Joseph said, Joe or Donnell, who you think? I think I was pissed at the way they kept lip syncing all them songs. I never watched the verses, and I thought I was going to see some singing. The way they couldn't even keep up with that mic was really making me mad. But I gotta pick Joe. I gotta pick Joe. Okay, Joseph, but did you subscribe? Let me know if you subscribed, okay? Hey, Tanya. Tanya said, hey, y'all, hey. Let's see. Fanny said, miss you too, Lulu. Where's Church? Church said, can't stay long. About to attend my mother-in-law's 103rd birthday celebration. I hit the like button. Thank you, Charger. Y'all, I love to hear when people get up in age like that. I remember one time I was at this casino. This was probably like, probably about 10 years ago. I was at this casino and a lady was walking with her mother. And they were just getting on the elevator or whatever. And she was like, I'm celebrating. She was excited. She was like, I'm celebrating my mother's 99th birthday. I was like, can I take a picture with you? Like, once you start getting to the age, you turn into gold. I'm looking like I still have that picture with that lady. I was so happy to take that picture. That lady was on a cane, barely, probably just for safety, and on that elevator. And I'm telling you, she looked like she was every bit 75. So, Charger, I love that for her. I'm so happy that you get a chance to celebrate that. B2 definitely an action person, right, Tanya? Like, you ain't telling me nothing because I'm watching you. Like, why you think you told me something? And yep, I told her this and she believed it. I don't believe a thing. I'm watching you to see. Show me something. Show me something. Okay, Justice said, Lucinda, I understand anytime you're starting another journey, people don't understand, so they tend to judge you because they can't see a real, see a deal. Wait, they can't see a deal with the new you. They can't seem, she probably said they can't seem to deal with the new you. And I think that's an okay thing. Like, it's okay if you try to make some kind of change. And if people don't want to be a part of that change, nobody's wrong. I don't think nobody is wrong. They're not wrong to want to change. You're not wrong for not wanting to be around that change. If you have bonded with this person, being a specific kind of person, and that doesn't align with you anymore, that's fair game for you to say, okay, well, you know, you change. It's not my cup of tea. It was the relationship we had before was lovely. And you can leave it like that. It does not have to be, I know everybody wants a boom, firecrackers, explosions, but it don't have to be like that. Like, literally, you're okay. Everybody is okay. That's the thing. People got to realize that everybody can be okay. It's a such thing in the world where people are okay. No matter what y'all might see, people are in the world and they're okay. Either way, they really are. It exists. Caitlin is speaking, Kiss is speaking to Caitlin and Fanny. Tanya said, tell her happy birthday, Charger. Yeah, she is such a blessing. Absolutely. I don't even know her, but if she on this earth, 103 years old, she is definitely a blessing. I know she a blessing to me. That's for sure. Let me see, Charger, that's a blessing. 102. God is good. Yes. And that's proof. That's proof right there. Now, that's what you showing me. She's showing me some stuff. Okay, let me see. Dang, it jumped, y'all. Hold on. Okay. A social minister said, Lucinda is talking about the difference between a relationship and a benefitship. A relationship is out of free will. A benefitship is out of necessity because one or more persons can't meet their basic needs of life. People can get mad at you when you change because they no longer benefit from you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lucinda said, right, Justice. That's why I appreciate y'all so much. Oh, Lucinda. I will tie you up from my YouTube family. Yep, that's right, Charger. Let her know. Let her know. Lucinda said, hey, everyone, my phone charge is low. I have to listen. Okay, yeah. She's in a storm, so she's not going to be typing, using up her battery. She's going to be listening. Justice said, I have to learn to not let what people think influence what I have going on. Yeah, all the time. Absolutely. Sometimes it's hard, but I know that my desire is to do better and be better. And all we can do is keep our desire. Because what happens if you no longer have a desire? Because even if you're doing something that you desire to do now, you can feel like you mastered that by next year. But then when next year comes, you are going to have another desire. I don't think we stop desiring nothing on this earth. As long as we're breathing, we're going to have some kind of desire. So long as you have your desire, you're working to be better. We're never going to be perfect. So all we ever will be able to do is desire to be better because we never going to be perfect. So you got to stay in a mindset of only better. Nobody wants to resort back to anything that's not doing better. So you have no other choice but to desire doing better in life. And as long as you are doing better, you're good. If you can say I'm better than I was yesterday, I'm better than I was last week, last year, you're doing good. Don't let nobody tell you different, Justice, or anybody else. Fanny said, Charger, a blessing for sure. Yes. Lucinda said, happy 103rd birthday. Yes. What a blessing. It is a blessing. Hey, D4 came back. Hey, D4, I'm glad to see you up in here. D4 said, yo, I'm so happy to see that you came back before. Let me see. Express a good evening to all the beautiful empresses in the chat. Empress, I'm glad that you came back. I got some. The comeback gang is um y'all real. Y'all real. Y'all have literally been coming back. Y'all have been coming back. Y'all come in them chats. It might be about another topic, or I might be eating or doing something else. But what do y'all do? Y'all bring y'all butt right back over here like I asked y'all. Y'all better know I definitely appreciate that from y'all. Okay, I really really appreciate that. Okay, let me see. Where was I? Where did I leave off? Okay, Charlie said, thanks, Lou and everyone. She's sharp. This lady looks half her age. God is so good. Man. My mother, in 2 months, she turns 84. She turns 84 already. I'm like, Ma. I was looking at her the other day. I was looking at her skin. I was like, Ma, you have beautiful skin to be 84. You have beautiful skin to be 60. Like, literally, man. She just looked. She don't say nothing. You know, she don't say nothing. She just look. So yes, it's such a blessing to just watch them grow older and older. I gotta go over there tomorrow. Okay, so let me see. Lucinda said, I was just in a Pilates class with a 70-year-old. Baby, she was on it. Goals, man. Oh, won't they show us up? When I go to water aerobics, I just be looking at some of those people. They be like 80 or 90. Well, that was before my knee surgery. So I'm gonna go. I got a new knee now. It's not 100%, but I'm gonna see if I can dip with them. Monday, I start back Monday, y'all. So I'm gonna see if I can get with them on Monday. I'm gonna be like, now, I got a new knee. Now watch me squat. Watch me pop. Watch, that's what I'm gonna tell them. Okay, let me see. All praise to the Most High. Thanks for coming in, listening in. Gardening. Oh my God. You are blessed. I'm so mad I didn't get a chance to do a garden this year because it's a doggone knee. Let me see. Hey, Vet Alexander. Thanks so much for coming in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Y'all, I'm this close to 11K. I'm this close. I could smell it. I can smell it. So make sure, if y'all are new here, make sure y'all subscribe. And I love the subscription. I love the like. But if y'all could come back, that's where it really gets real, okay? Y'all make sure y'all come back. Let me see. It's Grandma's World is talking about, please read the Holy Bible of John 15. King James Version, having a proper relationship with the great Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, also having a proper relationship with your fellow man. We must remember some relationships have to die before a person can live. Absolutely. All praises to the Most High. Says happy birthday to her. Charlie said, thank you. All praises to the Most High for me. Justice said, that's true, associate, because sometimes in order for new things to grow, you have to let certain things go. Absolutely. Like, what do you think? Like, okay. All praise to the Most High, said gardening. What you got to do? You got to take out the weeds. You got to take all that old stuff out if you want to see a proper harvest, right? You want your house to look bright and vibrant. Like, you're going to have to paint over that paint at some point, right? All of the old stuff that we really have. Like, what you do? You get your ends clipped because you need that old hair to come off so your new hair can grow in. Everything is grow. I think everything is grow. Okay? Let me see. Where did I leave off at, y'all? Okay, Justice. Okay, hey, Maritza. I'm going to say, hey, get my mom's in chat. Happy Saturday, my love. Happy Saturday, Maritza. Fanny said, Marissa, hello, love. She said, hello. That's not Dark and Lovely B. That's Fanny. That's Fanny. I think she thinking that's Dark and Lovely B. Charger said, see you guys later. My husband said, tell him I say hello. Tell him I say hello. I appreciate him. Let me see. It's funny that he's learning y'all my voice. They do learn the voices. Anybody like my grandkids know somebody, like they really know Justice's voice, like primarily. They know Justice's voice. But they will learn, like your family members will learn who is who because they hear us listening to them all the time. Let me see. Have a great life as always. Thank you, Charger. I appreciate you for stopping in. Associate Minister said it's Grandma's World. It's talking about a person having an emotional funeral. An emotional funeral is process of letting go of a situation physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, relationally, and financially. Yes, exactly. Okay, so let's talk about why people decide to judge the change anyways. Once you think about it, if you know people who are close to you, are you literally, if they tell you, you know what, now I want to change, they don't have to want to lose weight. They can just say, I want to start eating healthier. I want to start cutting down on sugar. I think it does something to my skin, or I think it's making me feel a certain type of way. Are you going to be the kind of person that's going to say, but I bought you a cake. Here's a cake. Or are you gonna say, okay, and then the next time you see him, you'll bring him like uh maybe um a salad or anything, a piece of fish, anything that's outside of what you may have given them. Maybe you used to take them a cupcake all the time. Would you be that person, or would you embrace that change? Or if someone said, you know what, I just don't like going to the club no more. I just don't feel safe. I just don't feel like I belong in the atmosphere no more. Are you going to be the person to call them Saturday and be like, you want to go to the club? Or will you be that type of person that will say, I found this new place, like Lucinda said, she going to Pilates. We can go to this Pilates class. It's so much fun. They have the music going. You want to go? Which kind of person are you going to be? Because there's so many people who will stop and judge your change. Learning to deal with disappointment. Okay, that was the rest of your, okay, I got you, associate minister. So, sometimes our growth makes other people straight up feel uncomfortable. You start changing some stuff and they looking like, I was used to us making the cakes or eating the cake together. I love when we ate desserts together. Or you get ready to start gardening. I don't know. I was getting ready to make my grocery list. I don't want to do no garden. So they'll start, and if you start taking too much time in the garden, what they're going to do, start judging you. You're always in that garden. Something they are going to say, right? Because it's starting to make them feel uncomfortable. It can be the littlest thing, y'all. It don't have to be nothing big. It can be the littlest, or it could be something major. But if they feel uncomfortable with your change, they're going to let you know that. They're going to let you know that they could just simply be used to the old version of you. And that can be acceptable. You can accept that that's the reason why you're having a hard time, because that's the only version they ever had of you. So it's not like it's how dare you. It's like, yeah, that is true. That's all you knew about me. But now, like Justice said, I'm desiring this new thing, right? Your boundaries may feel like it's rejection to them. They might feel like, oh, okay, wait, you rejected me because you're not doing some of the same things, right? Let me say, oh, hold on, y'all. My comments are stuck. Wait, I think they're stuck. Hold on, let me make sure. Because they're not up to learning what to deal with this. Okay, they're not. Okay, good. Okay, so your priorities might have changed. Maybe before your priority was to make sure you took your kids to every game or something like that. But now that's no longer your priority. It could be adults. So now your priorities have actually changed. So we can be in different phases of our lives that actually causes our priorities to change. Or it doesn't even have to be anything that serious, because that's a serious thing when you get those kids grown. It can literally be something that you just want to prioritize over something. What, a new marriage. Maybe you did have a lot of time with to spend with your friends, but you have a new marriage. What you going to do? Prioritize that? You have a new baby. You're going to prioritize your baby. You're in school. You're going to prioritize your grades, all that stuff, right? So your priorities may have changed and they are uncomfortable. Again, uncomfortable with that. Your confidence could challenge their perception of you, okay? So that could be a challenge for them. Like, wait, I saw you as this. And so it's foggy for them. They can't understand that. They can't grasp that. And they could not even want that from you. They might want that from somebody else, but it might not be what they want from you, okay? And they just simply might benefit from that person that you used to be. That was a benefit to them. So therefore, that's the person they want. Like, you start changing, I'm not going to have no benefit that way. So I don't have no interest in you now. And that's just how it is. Katie said, or you must miss, or you just missed the thing they did together and now you lost that connection, right? So it's kind of like understandable. Like, you want to look at it like the person is just against you or whatever. But realistically, can we understand where they might be coming from? Like, if you had a buddy and y'all went to Pilates every Saturday, and then they say, oh, I'm done with Pilates, then you're gonna be like, we went to Pilates every Saturday. You know, it could be anything. So Katie is right by that. Hey, OG, it's Grandma's World. You said, hey, OG Kicks. Oh, I was about to say something else, Lord. OG Kicks, thank you so much. I don't know where I was going to get kick ass from, y'all. OG Kicks, thanks so much for coming in. Justice said, most definitely, sometimes people don't like change because they can't benefit from the old you. And it just, if that was their intention, then it's just like, that's what I got from you. So that's why you can't blame them. If that's what you gave them, that's what they got from you, and they continue to want that, you can't blame them. All you can do is prioritize your boundaries, your desires, and keep moving. That's it. They'll have to deal with it. It's not their life. It's yours, right? So y'all tell me in the chat, have y'all ever changed something about yourself and suddenly noticed that the person started treating you different? Like, has that ever been your thing where You may have made a decision about anything. You could have changed a job, like moved to a different state or anything. You decided to prioritize something different, put a boundary up for something and make a change, and then they just start treating you different because they couldn't accept whatever it was you were trying to change. Just to say, I say you can't blame them for having feelings about that. If if I'm a content creator and if I see another content creator come out here, what you going to do in there, Maya? Oh yeah. If you're a content creator and you used to seeing another, or you could be a subscriber, a supporter. You see a content creator, you see them every morning, every morning. That's how you start your day. They come on here and announce, I'm done, I'll never be on here again. Okay, they're probably prioritizing and making a change based on something that's beneficial to them. The supporter is going to be looking like, but I started my morning off with you. You can't blame them for that because it's become a constant in their life. So you can't blame them for thinking like that. It's just that you can't help them anymore. Now, you put up your boundary, you can't assist them, but you can't blame them for depending on you to come every morning if they started their day. I don't blame anybody. Everybody has feelings. And if your feelings is to say, I can't resonate with your new change, they have that right just as much as I have the right to change. I'm not going to make that, if I'm that content creator, it's not going to make me come back on, but they have a right to feel the way they want to feel. I definitely believe that. Hey, Squeaky. Squeaky said hello, Gamma Minds in chat. Hope all is having an awesome Saturday. Thank you, Squeaky, for stopping in. Tito said, hey, Gamma Minds in chat. Hey, Tito. Let me see. Associate Minister said, is Gamma's word your background sound levels are okay? Okay. Justice said, I can't be responsible for their feelings. Am I trying? Exactly. I can't blame them for feeling. Everybody has feelings. I can't blame you for feeling like that. I just can't help you no more. But I can understand why you could think that. Like if I was there for you for a benefit to something, you feel like it was a benefit, I can see if that's going to be an issue if I'm no longer in your space. But that don't mean I'm going to pay attention to it and make a difference in my change that I want to make. But I definitely understand why, and I don't blame you for feeling like that. If that's the way you feel, I can't blame you for that. Let me see. I can't be responsible for their feelings and my change. They gotta be They gotta be a doubt about it. They got to be a doubt about it. Understand things change. Oh, they got to be an adult. They got to be an adult about it and understand things change. That's just life. Yes, they're gonna have to understand. They don't have any other choice but understand it. But I don't blame you if you're having an issue because I know that people feel different. Some people can accept that. Some people can't. And if that's the way you deal with things, that is really your thing. That's the way you think. I have to respect that, but it's not going to do anything for the change that I have to make. It doesn't make a change in my life. It's just that I'm going to have that understanding that, okay, you're having a hard time. And I don't have a blame for you with that. It's just that, oh, okay, I'm sorry you feel like that, but I still have to make the change. Katie said, well, my best friend got married years ago. I felt like she dropped me, but never told me. Years later, she wrote me a long letter because she realized how I must have felt. Right. Oh, we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk a little bit about, well, it's coming soon, y'all. So let's get through this. Let's get through this. We're going to talk about that, Katie. Understand everybody has a right to it. Yes. Yes, we understand that everybody has a right to their feelings. It just a matter if it's going to impact my life or not. And it probably won't if I want to make a change. You're going to be by yourself with the feeling. But I understand you might have a feeling, you know? Okay, so not everybody's going to understand our growth. We already know that some people can get right with us and say, oh, that's a good idea. Let me jump on that with you. Or they might say, oh, that's good. I love that for you. Or they might say, okay, well, sounds weird. But then they can say, oh, they can like really have a problem with it. So it can go all the ways, but all we have to do is stay focused on the change that we desire. Like Justice said, the change that we desire. Okay? You don't need everybody to understand your transformation. It's not for everybody. It's only for you. So you don't need them to understand. Now, if you want to bring it to them, depending on the type of relationship you have with them for some kind of change, you can run it by them if there's somebody close to you, just so you can let them know. Like Katie said, she never told her. If you respect the relationship, would that have been something that I would have told my friend? I definitely would have. It's my friend. So therefore, I would have said it. But I would have said it with thinking she'll understand that. most of the time a friend will understand. They'll be happy for you, right? So I can see running it by them. But then if you don't run it by them, then you can see why. But you still don't owe them. You really don't owe them. But I mean, to be morally, I believe it would be nice to. I always tell y'all, like my best friend Michael, when he got married, I just didn't feel comfortable because I didn't know how his wife would feel about female friends. Like, I don't know, we grew up together like brothers and sisters since we was like 3 years old, but I didn't know how she felt. So I just wanted to respect that. I think I never told him that. I just kind of like eased back because I didn't want to make it a big deal. It wasn't that serious. I was so happy for him. But could I have, I'm thinking like right now, today, now that we're on this conversation, could I have brought that up? And it was like, Michael, okay, you getting married. I don't know how your wife might feel, but we're going to play it safe. We're going to make her comfortable. I could have said that, but I literally never said that. Even though we talk to each other, probably, I told you, I talk to him probably like a couple times a year. And when I talk to him, I go through his wife's Facebook page to tell her to tell him I say hi. And then sometimes he'll call me back. That type of thing. But that's how I handle it. But Katie, that's so true. Like sometimes if people can just tell you, if there's somebody close to you, if they could just tell you, that would make the world a difference. It really would. Okay, especially if you value the friendship. Okay. Associate Minister said with that, Katie. Okay. Justice said a dog. Justice said understand. Okay. Associate Minister said we must remember change is more than metal and paper in your pocket. People have trouble with change, but don't know how to have an emotional funeral in their life. They keep pressing the rewind button on their life and don't have the courage to press the play button on our life, their life, and move forward with their life. Okay. Katie said, hey, Tilo. Tilo said, Katie, I just had the same thing happen to me a couple times. They get married and ghost me. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It would be nice. Because because Katie and Tilo, y'all shared the same situation. How would you, y'all let me know. If she would have came to y'all and explained to y'all we're about to get married, so I'm probably not going to be able to spend that much time. I plan on doing this. That. If she would have explained, or each person, Tilo and Katie, explained to y'all how they vision things to go move forward, or what the husband might be requiring of them, how do y'all think y'all would have took it? I want to know what y'all might say about that. Let me know. It got to be feeling better than being ghost, but let me know what your response would have been like that. Because people are only going to know the version that they experience from you, okay? They might not understand what you've learned privately. Like, it's some stuff you could have learned. Like, you might decide to wake up and say, I'm making a move on this or that, right? But it could be based on things that you've learned about something privately. You might not have told the world about the things that might build up to you wanting to change. You might not have told them that. So therefore, in your mind and your day-to-day, you're experiencing things that building up within you to make you ultimately want to make a change. So you can't let them be the dictator of it because they don't know what you learned privately. They can't have a real big say so on what they shouldn't have a say so anyway, but they can't have too much to say because they don't know what you built privately that you might not have shared. They could judge the outcome without knowing what your journey was on it. They might not even know what the journey was, so how can they really give you good insight on what you should do? You don't have to like explain that because they don't have insight on it. Very few people that will know your every feeling about something to be able to dictate what your change should be about something. Y'all understand me with that? Let me see. Hi, beautiful. Thanks for coming in, beautiful. I hope you subscribe to the channel. And make sure you come back, okay? Make sure you come back. I want to see your name again. What is that? Beautiful Nikki. Beautiful Nikki. See my God. Seen that name somewhere before. Okay, Katie said, we stayed good, never stopped talking, still close friends. We've been through everything together. She's been married for 38 years now. Okay, so 38 years ago, you had to feel that loss because it's a loss. Relationships are losses. They are a loss. Even though the person doesn't have to pass away or anything like that, a relationship can be a loss. When people are married, they get divorced, that's a loss, right? Let me see. Katie said, okay, I got that. Hey, TNT Enterprise, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I'm going through this now. My dad died, and my best guy friend was waiting at the funeral for me. When I pulled up, he said he had been out there since 8:30. I hadn't seen him in 25 years since I got married. Oh my gosh, TNT. That touches my heart because I hadn't seen my best friend Michael in a lot of years, right? I hadn't seen him in a lot of years before my dad passed. And when I'm at a funeral of a family, I don't like funeral jobs, but I was forced to go to my husband's, my dad's, and my son's, right? That's like, I gotta go there. So I was at my dad's funeral, and I don't remember a lot of people. I don't even be looking behind me, y'all. I just be in my own zone. And I remember looking, and Michael was standing right over there. And I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but I was thinking in my mind, I knew you would be here. And I hadn't seen him in years. I hadn't seen him in years. So, man, TNT, that reminds me of that. Tilo said, what's the question? Oh, the question was, have you ever changed something in your life and people started to like treat you differently because of that? You decided to make a change about whatever it is. And then when people knew that you were making that change, they started just treating you different. Have y'all ever went through that? Justice said, at times, if I'm not sure of how something is going to impact me, I do have trouble with change. Yeah, because sometimes we just get stuck in our change. But I think, okay, that's the thing about if you don't feel the change for yourself, but it's different when people want to judge you when you do decide to make a change. But that's the problem. Like, don't be judging nobody when they decide to make a change. Tito said, hey to Caitlin. TT Enterprise said, I ran to him. I ran to him. He hugged me. And after the burial, came to the repast. This my parents' house. My dad loved him. Only man that he allowed in my room. We exchanged numbers. We text and talk. My husband hates it, yes, because though when they're your true friends and only your friends, like all my husbands had to just get with Michael. They already knew that I grew up with him. But like whenever we are on the phone, that couple times a year, we stay on the phone for like 2 hours. And he's so funny because he used to always end the phone calls like, all right, then I gotta go. And he always said that. So to this day, when we get ready to go, he'd be like, all right, then, love, I love you. I gotta go. And we'll get off the phone the same way. I gotta call Michael. Let me write that note, y'all. I gotta call him. Well, I'm gonna call, well, I text his wife and because I gotta call him. I haven't heard. I know he moved to Texas about probably like a year ago or something. So I gotta call see how he's doing now. Okay. Associate Minister said, hold on. Dynamics in the friendship change over time. The person I'm with, I will let them know. I'm a 5-course meal, but a buffet. Oh, I think he said not a buffet. If you accept me, you must accept all of me, including my relationships, including the relationships, our friendships that I had before I met you. Okay. TNT Enterprise said, what do I do? I have to go home to settle my dad's affairs and want to see him. I'm so happy to talk with him. We never crossed the line. My dad wanted me to marry him. Oh my God. He's my equal. I should have listened. Oh my God. Oh Lord. That's a whole different conversation. I don't know. Lord, because I don't know, because my mother and father kind of thought he was like a brother to me too, so I don't know. Let me see exactly. He's done well for himself. Still single. I knew he liked me like that. Oh, but I like bad boys. I'm 56. I know better now. Okay, so that was the situation where y'all liked each other. Okay, my best friend, we never ever liked each other. Like, no. Only time, okay, I will say this. I think we must Lord, I don't even know what story I told in 3 minutes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Y'all, Tanya called me. I don't know why it was muted. It didn't show me that the thing is muted. The mic is not muted. Lord, let me get through these comments. I was reading the comments actually, y'all. Sorry. I probably was telling some stories and y'all didn't miss the stories. Lord. Okay. Let's read the comments. Okay. But yes, some of my friends are saying I've changed since marriage. I think that's natural. Now that was the last thing I was going on a tangent about. I was saying, what does that mean if you don't change? How can you have a whole husband or wife or significant other or a baby or a parent that might need more of your attention, all of the things that you might, grandkids, whatever might come in your life, how could somebody think that's not going to change? When Tanya let us know that she was getting married, something clicked in my mind right then and there. And then it's not even like we was up in each other's face all the time. But right then and there, I knew that it had to be, oh my God, it's still muted? I know it's not still muted. Hold on. It's still muted? It's still muted? Okay. I'm not even, but it, okay, so Tanya, okay, Tito said she can hear. Okay, okay. Yeah, go out and come back in. Okay. Somebody type in the chat if you can't hear, go out and come back in, because sometimes that happens to me. But I was saying, when Tanya said that she was getting married, I automatically in my mind, even though it's not like we talk every day, I automatically knew that her time would be prioritized. I knew that in the back of my mind, whatever I would probably say in a text message or when I'm calling her, I have to conform that to be appropriate for her being a wife and respecting her husband. So Tanya is saying that some of her friends are saying that she changed. I'm looking like you better change. If you marry, you better change. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, let me see. TNT Enterprise said, I never had even considered him, but after 25 years of my husband, I love him, but he's getting old and grumpy. Oh, TNT, you're gonna make us have a different topic. You making us have a different topic. That make me feel like other people could be thinking that way. Okay. Let me see. Beautiful Hill saying the people in this sector like to call me the church goer or whatever they say about me because I'm building my own relationship with God. Who gonna mock somebody's relationship with God? Now if somebody want to mock the husband or the wife, okay, I'm gonna hope that y'all mock that. But saying that you want to become closer to God and you have things set up in your life to take you there, and somebody says something about that, girl, that's Asia. Asia. Asia, the live is saying they hear you snoring. They want to know if that's Lexi snoring. What was I saying that? All about the church. So somebody is saying they want to do anything. It don't even have to be church. If you're saying that you're trying to do anything better in your life, to mock that is crazy. I don't care really what it is. I don't care what it is. How can you mock if somebody said, for me, I want my spirituality to look like something different, and I'm working hard towards that out loud, unapologetically, and that's what I'm doing. If somebody want to mock that, girl, I'm going to say immediately the devil is a lie, because that's all it could be if you ask me. TNT said, I know I never. Okay, I got that. Okay. Tito said, that's why I don't understand why it's so hard for this family member and a friend wouldn't think that. Yes, I would know the struggle. They just stop accepting calls and stop calling. I don't know who would do that. I don't know, like, if even my best friend, like, if she started talking to somebody, she'd be like, girl, I ain't heard from you, whatever. I'd be like, girl, I knew you was talking to somebody. Like, I literally have to call my cousin soon because she told me she was dating somebody, and I probably have I called her like once? I know I called her once on the live and once other than that, because I'm looking like, enjoy your new person. Like, I don't have to be sitting up on this phone like this. Enjoy your new person, because I know that takes time. And so I just start begging. When people tell me they're in a relationship, most of the time I will back off. If I knew they were single first, I know that relationship will change. Like, I'm going to probably, if I'm probably going to talk to my single friends, more than I do my married friends because I respect that they don't have time for my shenanigans because I'm over here single guy all the time in the world and they are not. So like that's just a thing that I automatically do. Okay, I'm sorry, T-Lo. Caddy was no sound. Man, whenever y'all don't have sound on the live though, because that happens to me all the time, especially lately, I do think it's a YouTube glitch because we don't see we don't see a muted button. When that happens, I have to go out. Like Justice had a live the other day. I had to keep on going out and coming back in, going out and coming back in, and people was talking to her. When I caught up on one of the replays, it never stopped for them. It was like smooth, like it never stopped. So whenever that happens, y'all click out and come back in, okay? Come all the way down, got my Kayla said, Lord, no sound kid said. I text her. What she say? What time you said? What she's waiting at? Is she up here? She said I text her, but she just said, no, y'all don't be paying no attention to the text when I be on here. Now that phone ring, I listen to that. My nephew always say I text you. I'm like, boy, you better call this phone. Okay, let me see. Okay, thank you, Social Minister was trying to tell me. Justice was trying to tell me, Lord. Because y'all know I will go to town. Little Social Minister like, it's Gamma's where you muted. It's Gamma's where you muted. I can't say she's not down this far in the comments yet. Okay, I'm going to do better, y'all. Let me see, I'm up here waving. It just kicked me out, but it let me back in. Oh, okay, I was saying, hey, Sally Sings. Thanks so much for coming in. Let that Lexi girl know. That's Asia. Let me see. Caitlin said, hey, oh, she said, yeah. Okay, let me see. Associate Minister. Okay, take that back. Tilo said, well, of course I expect some changes, so we're pretty cool while they're dating. Yes, you mean a paper makes you completely change up, or am I being selfish? I remain friendly with friends and family. I don't think it will completely make you change up. I think that probably, depending on the dynamics of their relationship, people can have husbands that require them to like isolate themselves a little bit. So I don't know, maybe that person may not have wanted to take that route, but then it was demanded by their spouse. But I feel like even if your spouse is going to demand that, maybe you could just come to him and be like, this man want me to do whatever, so I ain't going to be able to do it. Maybe if you could still run it by them, I would still run it by them. I don't know. I had different marriages. I'm telling you. Some of the times when me and my second husband used to go out of town, I be calling my two best friends at the time. Y'all want to go to whatever? We all going. He gonna get me a drink. He gonna get all of us a drink. We all go do this thing together. So I'm telling you, my best friend, when he passed away, she was like, man, she said, because both of them they both were single at the time. He was like all of our husbands. I was cracking up. I was like, Lord. So it's just the dynamics of the relationship. Like some men or women, wives or husbands, they don't be playing that. They're like, you better hang up that phone. No, you can't. You ain't got time to go here. We going wherever. So maybe that has something to do with it, T-Lo. They could. Okay, Associate Minister said, I say it all the time. No man can judge another man's offering before the great Lord Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit. Okay. Wait, for you to real YouTube? Dang, why? You came back. Lex, it's me. Okay, I do. Okay, when y'all give me two different names, that confuses me. It's hard enough to try to remember y'all. I'll be trying to remember y'all coming back, but if you gave me two different names, that's the reason why. Okay, because I probably looked at the Lex and didn't tie that into the feed for you. Did you say you were on your brother's phone or something like that? I don't remember. Thanks for coming back, though. Katie said I clicked out and came back in. It was still muted. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know then. I don't know because I didn't see a muted button. I'm still the same me, but married now. Still can go shopping. Talk about talk about like an etc. No biggie change that I'm different. If that makes sense. I do think it makes sense because that might be the dynamics of your relationship. If that's the dynamics of your relationship that then require that, that could be the difference. See, was that her choice to do that? Or was that like did they come together and say that's the way they want the dynamic of the relationship to be? Or did he demand that? That's what you got to find out. Because folks go do what their husband and wife want them to do. They're going to do it. Hey, Tater Bug. How you doing, Tater Bug? Thanks for coming in. We got Italian Man. Hey, Chad, Italian Man. Thanks for coming in. Make sure everybody who is in here and who is not subscribed, y'all go ahead and subscribe and make sure y'all come back, okay? Make sure y'all come back. I definitely want to get to 11K, but I really, really want y'all to come back and become a part of this community too, okay? Let me see. How's everybody doing? Italian Man said. Katie said, my friend, after a while, realized that she still needed her friend relationship too. See, that's why people shouldn't be burning them bridges. You think you might have to come back too. So that's why I'm saying, Katie, that maybe I think morally I would. I ain't gonna say everybody have to, but I think I would have like said something because I would have valued the relationship enough to make it clear so that it wouldn't be like no hard feelings or anything. But I'm glad that she came back around and realized that. But I hate for the time that you had to feel like you were ghosted by it too. I hate that part of it. Katie, it's important for ladies to have their own relationship outside of their marriage. It is. It is. That's what she said with her friend. Yes, exactly, Talia, man. That goes for men also. Absolutely. I always thought it was important. I wasn't getting ready to drop my friends for nobody, but I know a lot of times people will do that. Actually, I tell y'all stories like my second husband, he was at home so much. I'd be like, don't you want to call Tone and like y'all could go somewhere? Like, I don't understand. Like, it seemed like unhealthy for you to just be at home every minute, like that week in, week out, month in, month out. Like, don't you want, like, you should, whether you want to or not, you should call them and go somewhere for a couple hours or something and then come back. Like, I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy. Some people want their partners in the house with them 24/7 like that. I don't feel like that's necessary. I don't feel like that's necessary. I don't feel like it's healthy. I feel like people should develop relationships with themselves, with others. And y'all, if they kick me out and don't let me come back in again, I'm going to start the live right back up. So come if they don't let me in. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I feel like it's healthy to have a balance of a variety of relationships that you have to make you, you know, whole. So yourself, your friends, your family, your significant others, whatever it is. That's what I feel. That's my opinion. Let me see. Social Minister said we must remember, don't burn the bridge. Yeah, you might have to cross a second time. Exactly. So now everyone, they're not going to understand our growth. We know that because they don't know what you've done privately, like in marriages and things like that. They're not going to know what y'all saying privately or knowing what your journey was in your relationship or none of that. So that's why people want to sometimes they want an explanation. That's what Caddy, you know, that I think was that Tilo too, saying that that's all they wanted. Not and you not explain, but say something. Don't ghost me. I think that's what they're saying. So you don't always have to explain, but depending on the relationship, it is you want. I would value. Maybe I should say I would just value the relationship enough to have a discussion about it, right? So, but I do know ultimately I don't have to convince you of a change that I might want. My life will eventually show you. Okay, but if it's a close friendship, I understand being respectful of the friendship and not wanting to like burn no bridges and making sure you're communicating with the person that you value. That's simple, isn't it, y'all? I don't know. I don't know. So now y'all know we have people that say like, you change. That's the kind of stuff we talk about. We talk about people that look at you like, you change, like you don't do this no more, or this no more, all that stuff, right? So when somebody tells you you changed, do y'all automatically take that as a negative? Like, what you mean I changed? Do y'all take that as a negative? Because today I just wanted to tell y'all, when people tell you that, when your friends tell you you changed since you got married, you need to turn around and tell them, yep, I changed because, or when they tell you the church lady, say, yep, I changed because I'm able to be closer to God now. I changed because now I matured because I'm learning some new things. I'm healing, right? I got tired of the old things that I didn't have to be putting up with. I've gained some wisdom. Yep, I changed. I developed some boundaries in my life. Yep, I did change. You're right. Right? My priorities have changed. Yeah, all of that. I finally started choosing myself. Yes, I did change. Turn that negative right into a positive, because most of the time, if we decide to make a change, most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, if we get tired of something, we say we want to make a change, most of the time it's for the better. So that ain't a negative thing when you hear somebody say, you change. You be like, oh, it's working. It's working. Yes, you should feel a change. Let me see. Taya said, I tell my husband that all the time, we need to have our own time with our friends, but I think because he travels so much for work, he's okay with staying home. Okay, yeah, when he's here. But I still try to encourage, yes, because he probably missing house, being home, yeah. Associate Minister said it's not healthy to be in a clingy relationship. Yes, the person clinging on to the other person has lost their identity. Time apart from another helps to build a relationship. I think so, emotionally and spiritually. I think so. Change it for the better, right? Change it for the better. Exactly. I go to my Jay-Z quote when he say, people look at me and say you changed. Like, I worked this hard to be the same. Exactly. Like, what do you think is supposed to be happening? You think I'm supposed to like stay the same? Like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Associate Minister said, hey, kisses ring too. So yes, the thing is that some change that we make, probably not all, but some change that we make is the evidence of growth. Most of the time when we decide to change from one job to the next, one position to the next, like whatever it is, it's usually some form of growth. If you change that you don't want to be doing some of the things you always did that made you tired, made you irresponsible, whatever you want to make a change doing that, what is that evidence of? Growth. That's what it is. Kiss This Ring said, hello, Associate Minister. So the difference between changing and losing yourself. Let's talk about this. Let me tell them kids. So the difference between changing and actually just like flat out losing ourselves, right? So when we're changing, we got to stop thinking that change, or we got, even for other people, if we're thinking of for other people, that change does not mean that you're starting to become fake. You know, people start thinking you changing, you fake. How they think they got anything to do with each other, I don't know. But that is not a time to start thinking people are fake because they want to make a change, right? It does not mean that they're abandoning their values. That has nothing to do with it. That don't mean you start treating people badly because you want to make a change. Like, don't start thinking or looking down on other people because you want to make a change. None of that. Or thinking that you're better than somebody else because you want to make a change. That change may be good for you, not the next person. So that will mean that you're better than nobody. And don't be forgetting where you came from. Okay? Your change in that area might be now for you. That change in their life may be in 20 years for them. Okay? So we have to remember that our change does not have to be in alignment with anybody else's decision to change. That's flat out, right? So our healthy change is could be looking like us becoming more intentional on the job that we choose, more intentional on the friends that we choose, the family that we choose to be around, and other decisions, right, that we decide to make. So that's what's healthy. That's a healthy change, right? Protecting your peace. When you start setting up them boundaries, what you doing? Making a healthy change. Stuff that used to get on your nerve and you X that right up out of your life, that's making a healthy change. Learning how to say no. If you were a yes person, learn how to finally say no, being more selective in your choices, taking better care of yourself, putting yourself first. It ain't selfish. People gonna try to make you think that that's selfish. No, it's not selfish, because if you can't take care of yourself first, you ain't gonna be good to nobody else. So that's all to it, okay? Choosing healthier relationships, that's what change brings. Like all of those things, okay? Nothing negative about none of those things. Not one thing. So when you set those boundaries and they start saying that you got an attitude, ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but then it'll turn into an attitude just because you're trying to make a change. An attitude because you want to be passionate about the change in your life? No. So that's because when they're accustomed to having unlimited access to you, a boundary feels like you're trying to disrespect them. They take it as disrespect. It's only a boundary so you can protect your peace. But in their mind, they're looking like it's a form of disrespect. People are like that. I'm telling y'all, it's serious. It's a real thing. It says in the Holy Bible, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. When I became an adult, I put childish things away. Exactly. Or at least what's childish to you. Because I don't be trying to like take away from people. If you are in a space where I want to change from, that is like totally fine. And if it's too much, and it's not in alignment for what I want to do, I can remove myself and leave you where you are. It does not mean I have to look down on you or think of you in any other kind of way other than not being aligned with you anymore. It can literally be that, and that's it. It don't have to be a blow up, like I said earlier. So have y'all ever been called? So if y'all had situations like that, and y'all want to make a change, did they ever call y'all selfish for just saying like no about something? Like something that you used to do and now you're saying like, nope, I don't want to do it no more. Have you ever been called selfish? Because they will start saying that you're selfish for thinking that way just because you want a better version of yourself. That's crazy. Because we don't owe everybody access to us, for one. We don't owe it to them. You don't have to answer every call from nobody. You don't have to do that. You don't have to explain every decision. Saying no does not make you a bad person. It don't make you a bad person. Protecting your peace is not a punishment. They try to make you think like you're trying to punish them when you try to protect your peace. No, it's not. You just only try to protect your peace, and that's it. And that don't hurt nobody. It's Grandma's World is talking about a person have ecclesiastic moments, and they're like, yes, all yes. Hi, Tanya. How you doing, Tanya? Thanks for coming in. So, what happens when people only like the old you? What happens when they only like people only like what the version of you that was before? Okay, that's the part when I was saying, well, if they do that, like I can understand that. Oh my God, y'all can't hear me again? Oh, that was an old message. I was about to say. Oh, I was about to say. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Yes. Okay, thank you, Tanya. Okay, so what happens when people only like the old version of you? Okay? What if somebody only loves the version of you that benefit them? Because most of the time when they are like that and they just can't accept that you want to change, it's something that they benefit from and they don't want to break that benefit, right? Relationships where like you're always available. You always help them out. You never said no. You tolerated disrespect from them, right? You stayed quiet about things you probably should have been speaking on. You put everybody before yourself, right? All of those things that they're used to. Then you change, and suddenly, what? You the problem. You're not gonna give me the access to you. You're not gonna say yes. You listen. You tolerated me talking crazy to you before. You're not gonna let me disrespect you now. All of those things. Thank you, kids. All of those things start to be the problem. That's what happens when you start choosing you. When you start choosing yourself and not allowing people to get so fixated on the old you and try to damper your change in your life. Those are things that's going to happen. So we got to stop shrinking ourselves to make other people feel comfortable, because that's what we end up doing. We start shrinking ourselves to make them feel comfortable, okay? Because sometimes we might want to change in life, and we won't change in life just because we're worried about what other people might say. Because sometimes it could, depending on what kind of situation it is, you could catch a lot of slack about it. Whatever it is, it could come down like a building, but you have to stop shrinking yourself just for somebody else, and not be afraid of that. We have to not care about being called selfish. People are most of the time in this situation going to call you selfish because it's something they want from you. I know it's selfish because you can't have what you wanted, right? Calling you selfish. You might have a fear of losing your friends because sometimes you're going to lose some friends. When you start choosing you're going to lose some friends, and you got to be prepared for that. And that's okay. Be prepared. Pray about it. Pray about that. Fear of disappointing your family. It could be something in your family. You don't want to disappoint your family, right? Fear of being misunderstood, that people just might misunderstand you, and maybe they might. It ain't meant for everybody to understand you. So you have to keep pushing if that change is really what you want. Fear of people thinking, she thinks she better than us. Okay. If you know in your heart you're not trying to be better than nobody, you're trying to make a change. If that's the understanding they want to get out of it, let them have that. Let them have it. It's nothing that you can't make nobody else change their thoughts about you, but you can change the thoughts you want to have about yourself. You can definitely do that. You can put those thoughts into action, and you don't have to be worried about what nobody else is saying about it. Let me see. Well, the kids said 100. Associate Minister said we must remember RESPCT is more than Aretha Franklin song. Yes. We must remember respect goes both ways. In any relationship, absolutely. In every relationship, no matter the kind. Katie said, after COVID, I quit going to the casino. My other best friend who always went with, who I always went with, never stopped going. I think she felt some kind of way that I no longer went with her. Plus, I always drove. So what, the benefit could have been because you used to always drive y'all there, she could have put on that ride, you're thinking, Katie? That could be. That could be. We must remember a person can't respect your no if they don't respect your no, they don't deserve your yes. Yes, we must remember if a person doesn't want you sitting at their table, don't devalue yourself by walking through their front door. Absolutely. Hey, Mama. Ophelia, is this your new page? Let me know if this is your new page, because I saw your comment earlier. Or am I getting the mixed up? I don't know. The picture just looks so much the same, but I can't even see a lot of people's pictures. Let me know. Mama OP, is that, have you always been under that name? Let me know. Okay, Katie said she never called me selfish. I tried to get her to start coming by early in the morning to have coffee with me, but she never would. And you know what? That's what I was talking about being aligned with someone. Because if she really enjoys the casino, she probably ain't worried about no coffee. You probably want the coffee. She probably ain't even thinking about no coffee. She look like, I want to go to the casino. I know my mom, if I start telling her to sit down and go have some coffee, she probably looking like I could be at the casino during that time. The coffee can come with me. So maybe that was the reason why, Candy. We must remember, never turn down your godly inner light to make another person comfortable in their own personal darkness. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you outgrow people. You can outgrow the people without hating them. A lot of people, I said this earlier. People feel like sometimes when you try to, like, if you outgrow them, it don't mean you're better than them. It's just that you've outgrown the position that you were in to like go somewhere else. It don't have to be like up here. It could be like down this way. It could be down that way. But you can outgrow people and you don't have to hate them. People that don't have good communication skills and things like that, they're not going to understand that you could have made those decisions, like we talked about. You could have had a private journey with yourself, private discussions with God. You could have had your own little thing going on and woke up in the morning because you prayed last night, had a revelation, said, I'm just not going to do whatever it is again, right? And then you can make the decision. Then you can say, I'm going to make my move. That's what I'm going to do. Then the person is thinking that you owe them something when sometimes you don't owe them anything. And then when you don't give them what they need from you, then they feel like I have to make a problem. Because they feel like things can't be cordial. It has to be all or nothing. So then they feel like, well, if you're trying to act like you're making a change, you must hate me in some kind of way. Or, you must dislike me or have a problem with me, some kind of beef with me or something. And it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be an angry moment or anything like that. We can simply walk into a direction we want to be in and not stay in that same space. That's it. That's it. That's all. You can love somebody and still be distance from them. And that's what some people don't understand. I could love you from over here and never have to ever see you again. So that's the thing that will have people thinking that it has to be a hate or not situation. You can appreciate a past and still move forward. You can appreciate, like I appreciate the time I spent with those husbands because they let me know all the things that I wouldn't necessarily want in a relationship. Well, not the three, the two. Two, but things that I wouldn't necessarily want in a marriage. And I appreciate my husband and dad. Like he really showed me everything I do want in a relationship. So you can appreciate people's space that they had in your life and still move forward. You can forgive someone and still not return to the same relationship. That don't mean I have to have nothing against you, right? It just does not mean that. So stop explaining yourself to people. If y'all doing this, stop explaining yourself to people who are determined to like misunderstand your whole perspective, your whole desire to want to be in a different situation in your life. Don't be over explaining to those people. It's the difference between explaining yourself and defending your right to grow. People have you defending your right to just be able to move forward and be a better version of yourself. Don't let them do that. Don't let them do that. Let me see. Katie said, no, she loved coffee. Oh, she loved coffee. It was an early riser. I just let it go. That's something, Katie. So it was something else. It was something else, but good thing that you let it go and you can see where it was. It's a fine line. Okay, Kiss said, yes, it's a fine line. It is a fine line in explaining yourself and defending yourself. It is. It is. Exactly. But you got to give yourself permission to be somebody new. Everything that you did when you were 25, you're not going to be doing. Most of the time, people who are 35 right now, I promise y'all probably not going to tell me y'all was doing at 25. If you are 55 now, you are not going to tell me that you're doing the same thing you were doing at 45. And if you are, that's going to be different. It's going to be different because usually year by year, month by month sometimes. I don't know. Like I said, you wake up in the morning and say, I'm not going to do something. You just make changes in your life that you think is going to be the better version of you. Most of the time that happens. Most of the time that happens. Associate Minister said, kisses ring too. 100% facts. I agree. Yes. So yes, the fact is that we don't owe anybody our old version. Okay, just because they're comfortable with that person. You are comfortable with that person. I'm not comfortable with the person. So I got to make changes because it's my life and it's what I want to do. And we have to stay on that. Okay. I was going to say that with the content creators, a lot of content creators out here that say they want different for their channels. You can get different for your channels. Like, don't let your, what I like about Tanya's, hey Sarat, what I love about Tanya is that Tanya's on a different journey, but I love the fact that she said that she left everything on her channel. Because you would think, what you think? She on a spiritual journey. First thing she gonna do is wipe that channel out, no evidence of where she came from. But I love the fact that she said that she was leaving that open because she wants people, if they have questions, she don't owe it to them, but if they have any questions, it'll speak for itself of her growth. Like the first thing people are saying about her now is that they see her growth. They can look at the chat, you know, for what she gives out for her content. They can look at where she come from and they can see the growth. Remember when I said I don't care about what nobody say, but what I see, I don't have to hear Tanya say that she's going in this direction. I'm watching her go in the direction. And that's going to stick with me way more than somebody saying that they went to church that Sunday, reading the Bible verse, having a gospel live, or doing this, or trying to pray for me, or doing all this stuff. Don't do none of that stuff. You want me to believe anything about you, show me. So one thing about her, I love the fact that she says she's keeping all that stuff there so that it'll be, I don't know, it could be a diary for her, but for somebody else, it could definitely help somebody else. If they want to go in that direction looking like I'm too far gone, they could definitely look back at her archive and see that she was getting down with the best of them, but then she decided that she didn't want to do that so they can watch that growth. And that could be a bigger inspiration than anything else, than her coming on live and actually saying it. Like a lot of people might think her content would change. She would come out and say this or that. Tanya ain't got to say a thing. That thing is showing right in y'all face and she ain't hardly saying a word. She might reflect on it a little bit, some shorts or whatever, maybe did a couple lives or something, but ultimately people are watching her. And that's when you make a change in your life, whatever it is. Like, I stopped getting on here talking about, I got to do this for the weight, got to do this for the weight. I knew every day in my life that I have to eat a different way. And what's going to show y'all when y'all see the weight coming off? Y'all believe me when the weight comes off, right? Let me see. Tanya, wait, hold on. She left, wait, no, Sared. I thought it's, Tanya, hold on. Sared, you made it in, girl. Kiss said, hey, ready, boo? Tanya said, that's why I see your growth, right? Don't believe me, just watch. Y'all know the song that say, don't believe me, just watch. Y'all remember that? That's what I'm saying, just watch. I don't have to sit on here and start saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm this kind of change, but I don't even do this, I don't even do that. I don't never have to come on here and preach nothing to y'all. Y'all keep watching me and you'll see what the channel is about. You'll see what the channel is about. Then you'll see if it's for you or not. But I'm not going to sit on here and just try to preach to the choir about telling y'all what y'all should do, how I am. I am a good person. I don't have to do none of that kind of stuff. Watch me and get your own perception. I always say people's opinion of me is individual. It's nothing that I can come and sell to myself. People are going to watch you, see if they resonate with you, and make decisions based on that, right? So I don't have to spend a lot of time trying to convince y'all what I am. Now, I might convince y'all what the channel may offer, but I don't never want to come out here and keep on thinking I got to sell my personality or sell myself to y'all. If y'all don't see within all this content that I put out here, all this content I put out here, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I agree. It ain't a good fit. I don't know. All that can resonate, y'all are more than welcome here. All I can say. Kiss said, I love that. Yes, about Tanya, absolutely. Dang. Okay, wait a minute. Jumped again. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I love that. Social Minister said, please listen to the gospel song, Look Where He Brought Me From by Bishop P.E. Patterson. Okay. We must remember and don't talk about it. Be about it. Don't be like some dogs all barking on the right. I don't be want to hear about all this stuff. You go do. Say you go do. I'm going to start. This, that, that. I don't want to hear about that. Do it. Do it. Because I just like action. All that kind of stuff. I don't believe nothing you say until you do it. Okay? I just don't. All praise to the Most High. I said 100, 100, 100. Titan said, thanks, Gemma. That's why I love you, and I love you too. And I love you too. Sabrina said, hey, kiss. And beautifully healed. Let me see. Associate Minister said, we must remember fake people must... Wait, oh, I'm sorry. Fake people make noise. Real people move inside. You better say that. You better say that. We must remember the most people... But we must remember for most people, y'all reading anything without these glasses. We must remember for most people, their character doesn't match their reputation. And that's what I'm worried about. My character matching my reputation. Okay. I don't set out to do it, but if I look back at it, I think I'm very consistent in what my character is. But if somebody sees something different, everybody ain't going to agree with that. If you see something different, I like to let you have that too. You are more than welcome to have your own opinion. I respect own opinions. Now, when you start coming out here lying on me, saying all the other kind of stuff, I might think you off, that something wrong with you. But if you just have an opinion that you got an issue with me, then that's your opinion. I want to welcome your opinion. Who's walking around here thinking everybody is going to be in tune with them? Like, that's silly to think. That is impossible for that to go that way. So yes, that character needs to match their reputation. Like, I don't care what nobody's saying out of their mouth. Go check their reputation. Is that reputation matching with the character they want to preach to you that they have? It ain't matching. Okay, it probably ain't so. It probably ain't so. Let me say, Associate Minister said, don't get caught up in the P word, potential. Yes. Every wolf will eventually come out in sheep's clothing. The best magician won't let you see how they perform their tricks. Absolutely. So I say y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. It takes more energy to be fake than it does real. Yes, absolutely. I have never liked when people say, I'm a good mom, right? I'm a good mom. I'm a good person. Like, what? Let me say, like, who are you trying to convince yourself? Right. Because character shows. Why would I want to get out here and if this is who I care about, caring about if I was a good mom? Bobby Jr. and Asia. Them the two. I ain't got to worry about nobody else, okay? I don't have to worry about being a good daughter. Mama, daddy, was I good to you? Okay. That's where it ends. So we don't have to be worried about nobody else. Convincing nobody of what we are. It'll show. Trust and believe. It'll show. It'll come out sooner or later. Beautiful Hill Kiss said yes. She said 100 Associate Minister. Hey, Monique, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. So, yes, y'all, that is all I got. I want to say thanks for the 10 jewels that I received. Thanks for the 30. I think it says 35 likes. That means 35 people came through and said, wait, Asia, Lexi came with you, didn't she? No. Oh, I thought I said it. Run up the door. 35 likes. If y'all haven't liked, make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all don't let y'all... She did go out there. I know I saw her go out that door. Make sure y'all don't let y'all hypes go to waste, y'all. This hype won't be ready for a couple hours. I might not be on y'all mind to come back later and hype it, but y'all can definitely go back 7 lives ago and hype those lives for me. Do not let y'all hype points reset on Monday. They don't carry over, so you're only going to be able to do 3 per week. So please drop the hype for me. Okay? Official Swagger, you better know I want to say thank you for that $10 super chat. Official Swagger said, if doesn't nobody else find value in your content today, I find it. Thank you, I'm about to say social media. Thank you, Official Swagger. Let me love it. Y'all make sure y'all like that money that he chose to put in this building today. I appreciate you for that. Official Swagger, if you did not catch the whole live, go back and catch the replay if you like. I would like. So y'all make sure y'all like it. I got a couple more likes. Thank y'all. I want y'all to make sure y'all hype the last 7 videos of mine. I'm trying to get on the leaderboard, y'all. If y'all keep hyping me up, it'll be so... I know my community is small, but we mighty. We mighty. So if y'all make sure that y'all are using those hypes, hyping up my videos, then I'll be on a leaderboard. I can get on that leaderboard. And then... it will push I think it does it anyways. All content creators under 500,000. It'll push me out. But if I get on leaderboard, I'll be visible on the leaderboard and it'll really get pushed out. Now, I got a short that's kind of like trying to do his thing that I put out 2 days. I said I can do all this work. Y'all, when I say I'll be working for this channel, I'll be working for the channel, right? All this time I put into like trying to research stuff and make notes, do all this stuff. I'm silly. Make a remix of an AI video, lifting my leg up 2 days ago, because you know my average is probably around, if I average everything out, about 500 views per short. And nothing major at all, right? I put out this 4-second short. It's the way I think about shorts, and I will take all this footage. It ended up being 10 seconds, but it came out of 15 minutes of footage. I make an AI video lifting up a leg 2 days ago. I think today makes the second day, I believe. And it's at, I'm sure it's at 25K by now. I'm like, the stuff y'all be, people pay attention to the craziest thing. I'm looking like, so that's the kind of stuff y'all want. All the stuff I try to do all week long, that ain't worth nothing, huh? But let me see where it's at now. I'm just curious to know where it is now. 24,738. I'm just looking like, I don't know what to do with y'all. I don't know what to do with y'all, but I guess. So I guess I'll be doing a couple more of those kind of AI videos. But I said I can't be letting that take over my channel. My channel is not about AI content. So all I can sprinkle that in, but that ain't gonna be the thing. But it has been bringing people in. So I gotta say, okay, it's doing what it's supposed to do, but Lord. Let me see, social business says, Gamma's World is talking about asses a tree. About assess a tree by the fruit. Oh, I'm sorry. Assess a tree by the fruit it bears. A genuine apple tree will produce apples. A genuine orange tree will produce oranges. Yes. Hey, all things, Key Nicole. Get my girl. I think you gonna show that skin. Let me see, the internet loves, yes, they do. I'm looking like all the time that I put it up. That's the thing. I was like, just forget it. Just forget it. Okay. I guess that might be just like a new audience. Can y'all bring y'all behind over here to the lives that I put so much time and effort to? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. So, again, if y'all are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Y'all, we're almost at 11K. I can't wait to have the 11K giveaway. And YouTube just got paid. I just thought about it today. What's today's day? I think, what is today? The 22nd. YouTube got paid yesterday, so I forgot about that. And I'm prepared. I'm leaving that right. Well, I'm leaving some of it right there, so that we can have an 11K giveaway. I need y'all. Let me see how many we need. Let's see how many we need. We know when we make an announcement of how many we need. We know how people start unsubscribing, so I always factor that in there. We need a cool 100, y'all. 100 to get to 11K. I just think I need to come live late tonight. I think I might have to do a late night live tonight. People be up today. It's Saturday too. People be up for late nights. I'm probably coming back live later on, y'all. So if y'all up and not doing nothing, y'all just stop by or whatever. I don't expect, it won't be a topic or anything. I'm probably just going to come on here. I might play a little bit of music or something like that, because that's too close. And I'm trying to get the 11K by September 1st. It's by September 1st. What is that? 8 days. How many? What is that? 100 divided by 8. Wait. 5. That means I have to get 5 subscribers a day. Is that right? Oh, I didn't. That's 8. 1, 8, 2. I got to get 13 subscribers a day. I have to get 13 subscribers a day. 13 subscribers per day. I don't want to push them shorts out too fast. What did I say, 12? 13 subscribers a day. Man, okay, let me see. The social media says, Gamma's World, please send that live back to the pits of hell. If you had no value, I would not be your number one hype man, and proud to be it. Thank you, social minister. Much love, and have a YouTube channel membership. Yes, you do it. Thanks so much. And a gold membership at that. So yes, y'all, I looked at the gold memberships the other day. I was like, okay, gold, you growing. My gold memberships were at like 4 for so long, y'all. 4, maybe 5. It's just a growing. I was like, thank y'all. And so for anybody who doesn't know, for a little bit ago, I added another membership. That one is $19.99. But for that one, you would benefit from that if you wanted to have my perspective on things, and it could be anything. It could be like if you're a content creator. A lot of people call me anyways about other things that to get my input on. So for whatever reason, it's called Inner Circle with Gamma's Inner Circle. So if y'all ever needed that for some reason, y'all can pick that one up. But the first one, the lowest level, is silver, $4.99. The gold membership, which is the second level, and that's $6.99. Then it's the Gamma's Inner Circle for $19.99. So if y'all ever want to become a member, and I want to let y'all know that if y'all was thinking about becoming a member, you can check your eligibility. It's dependent on the viewer. Go to my homepage, go to join, and when you go to join, look to see if the free 30-day trial is there for you. So if you're thinking about becoming a member anyways, go try to grab the 30-day trial. That's different from a gifted membership, because if you get the 30-day trial, once the 30 days is over, they start to just charge your card for the program that you, not the program, for the level that you signed up for. So y'all check and see if y'all eligible, if y'all thinking about becoming a member anyways. Yeah, Gamma, just come here, scraping your heel with a toothbrush. You'll get a bit. Listen, official swagger. I promise you, if I did that, I feel like doing a test run. I feel like, well, I can't get this foot up yet. Well, I could like slide it to the side on the couch. And I think if I got a toothbrush and if I ain't say a word, I probably would have to say a word and just keep on scrubbing. Maybe putting, I don't know, doing something. It would be a million views. Well, and I want the views, of course, but I really want the people to subscribe and come back. That's my goal. I want this stuff out there to get the views, but for my channel, I don't have enough oomph in my channel to continuously give you, like Tanya and Abrielle, they can make viral videos so fast. I don't make viral videos. My viral videos has to be my mama dancing. Like, so I don't make those kind of videos. My channel is community based. So I need a community that comes in, engages in the lives. I go live every day. Liking the channel enough to become a member. That's the kind of stuff that my channel thrives on. So you ain't never lie. If I did something that crazy, I already know. But it's hard for me to try to conform to that kind of stuff because the people I already have that support the channel, they look at, they be like, girl, what is you doing? No, we don't want to see that. So it's hard for me to just get on here just doing some idiot thing like that. Man, such a minister said, it's Gamma's World Channel membership is more than just access to a bunch of older YouTube live streams. Yes, broadcasting YouTube premiere broadcast. Yes, I work hard for that membership. And we have so many giveaways. And so many people who can tell you, I ain't got to tell you, so many people who can tell you that they purchased a membership on my channel. But like if they are a part of the giveaways or if they like games and they participate on Thursday night game nights, some way, shape, or form, I bet you they have gotten a big chunk of the money back or it has paid for their entire membership. You got to think that if you win $20 over here and if you got a $4.99 membership, that's 4 months. So in 4 months, you probably go to win again. So it really pays for itself. Like Melissa Bean, I was so proud of this. I know it's more money for me, but I'm so proud every time this can actually work. She won. I asked you guys to go on my community, on my homepage, go on my community last week. And, oh, I forgot to put the challenge up. I got to put it up. Lord. Put the challenge up. The challenge was to just post a picture of anything that y'all ate this week. It didn't matter what it was. It didn't matter what it was. Just get in that community. It's like a little group chat for It's Gamma's World, but through YouTube. I told y'all to just go in there, post a picture. It don't matter what it was. So people were, I think we got like 8. I think, was it 6 or 8? I forgot. 6 or 8 people who really did go in there. I was so happy. I would name off the people, but I don't want to miss nobody. I think it was Melissa Bean, Diva the Boss, Justice, Sarat. Hey, who else was it? That's why I didn't want to do this. It was like 6 or 7, y'all. Listen to me. Diva the Boss, Justice, Sarat. Man, okay. But everybody, and the thing about it, all I did was put the names in it didn't matter how good the food looked. It didn't matter. It didn't have to be visually aesthetic. It didn't have to be nothing. Just post because I was just encouraging y'all to go in there. So I put the names in a little container and picked the name. And Melissa, okay, the prize was $10 if you just simply posted a picture. The prize was $10, but she was a gold member and she got $20. I was so happy to be able to say, now look at that. Now Melissa she was a silver, she became a gold. So she went from paying $4.99 to $6.99, which was $2. Now she would have got the $10 regardless of where she was. The other $10 she got paid for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, paid for 5 months of her upgrade of a membership. So I just be liking the math and stuff. I like to be doing math. So like Melissa can think in her mind, I'm glad I did that gold membership because probably about the time that she went gold, probably some months ago, that extra $10 paid for all of that extra $2. So I just love that. I was like, man, I'm so happy to give you this $20 instead of 10. So yes. Okay, let me see. Associate Official Swagger said, yes, come here. Okay, I got that. Um, okay, so associate minister is right now the different things I have going on every night. So if y'all are new here, y'all can look at those reminders of what we have going on every day of the week. I come live, and I have pop-up lives where I cook and eat, or make and eat, or no, where I'm just making something that doesn't require cooking, or I might just already have something and then I'm eating it. And those videos have been doing, those lives they've been doing pretty good. So I do that like 3 to 4 times a week now. So make sure y'all tune into those. And what else did I have to say? I told y'all to hype, told y'all to like. Thank y'all for the super chat. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for the gifts that were sent. The 42 people now that like, I hope out of that 42 people somebody decided to subscribe. Did they? Nope, not yet. Okay, that's good. That's okay, because I'm coming back live tonight, and I'm going to talk myself up on some subscribers. I got to worry about getting 12 subscribers a day. I don't have no time to sit down no more. Y'all know when I get on the mission to hit these milestones, I will start going crazy. I will start going crazy. The only thing is that my notifications are going to be slow because I already put some shorts out today. I went live now, but that's okay. I'll take the chance. I'm probably coming back later, and if y'all got time, y'all can stop by, say hi, but I'm just going to be on here chit-chatting, and probably maybe playing some music because I got a goal. I got to get to 11K before September 1st, okay? Got to do that. I feel like I could do that. So that's what we're going to do. All right, now y'all make sure y'all have a great night. Thanks for coming in to Healing Conversations that we have on Saturdays. Today is Healing Conversation. So make sure, and if y'all available, tomorrow we got Bible chat at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We are going to be talking about words. Words. And I got the idea from Tanya's Bible study group of men. We was talking about the word and words, how they impact the world being made up by the word. We're going to talk about the word at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So if y'all want to come in for that, please do. And I will be live again tomorrow evening. I got to set that live. So y'all make sure y'all come to that. Check my community wall a little bit to know what the week's challenge will be. It'll be inside of the community. Not on my post, but inside of the community. So y'all check for that, okay? All right. I might be a little, okay, no problem with social media. So whatever you want to come in or catch the replay if you're not available, okay?